Okay. Questions so far? All right. Let's go ahead and play the next part of the recording going.
Okay.
I am writing to confirm the delivery schedule. With reference to our meeting yesterday, please find below the updated plan. This shows continuity and professionalism.
Okay, stop there.
2.
Now, there's another thing he says. There's a slight variation of what we just talked about. You can say in regard to, you can say with reference to, right, with reference, I'm sorry about this, to, as we've said, or you could just say as we said. Maybe back that up just a little bit, Godwin, if you can, and let's hear just the tail end of that. Can you do that or not? If not, you can just go ahead.
No, to go a little bit back.
Just a tiny bit.
Yesterday,
Oh.
please find below the updated plan.
Okay.
This shows continuity and.
So you'll hear him say, he says, please find below whatever he's talking about. So this just means that scroll down and you're going to see whatever the information is that he wants you to talk about. And this is just one of many phrases you can use in regard to, with reference to, please find below this or that. This sort of gives a context to the listener or the reader on the other end, so he knows what we're talking about. Maybe our conversation was a couple of days ago, so you want to remind him this is what we were talking about, so he'll know the topic of your email and he'll be prepared to respond. All right. Now, give me just 1 second. I've got to close the door here because there's a phone ringing. It's distracting us. Give me just 1 second.
Okay. Guys, if there is any question, feel free to ask these questions. Okay. Whenever there is a pause, there is a stop, please feel free asking your questions. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
All right, now let's go ahead to the next part.
Okay.
Professionalism. 2. Introducing your main point. Instead of jumping directly into details, you can use, the purpose of this message is to.
Okay. Stop there for a second, Gowan.
Okay.
Now, before I answer this, I want to respond to Coleman. He has a question here. He says, can we say prior to our conversation? Probably not, because prior means before. So you're asking this person to think back to a time before your conversation, which is probably not what you mean. So you don't want to say prior to. All right.
Yeah.
Now, so the person tells us now, you could say something like, the purpose of this message is something or other. Again, this lets the reader know, if this is your first time to talk, all right, you haven't discussed this subject before, then you might say, hello, or dear so-and-so, the purpose of this message is to inform you of something, to discuss something, and he knows what you're talking about. Or another thing you can say is something like this. I am writing in reference to something, whatever it might be. I'm writing in reference to your recent advertisement for an administrative assistant. I'm interested in the job. You're letting the person know the purpose of the message if this is the first time you've talked about it. If you have already talked about it before, then you can use some of the other phrases we just mentioned with regard to, in reference to, and so on. Okay? Other questions? All right, go ahead.
Not
Okay,
yet.
okay. I have a question
Yes, go on.
about the use of prior.
Prior, yeah.
Yeah. In which
Okay.
context can we use that one?
Something like this. prior to our last conversation, I was in Japan. Well, prior simply means before, something that happened before something else, and it can be used in any context, any kind of discussion about anything. But it's not something that you would use as standard email terminology unless you're talking about something that happened in the past and you want to mention that. So prior to working for your company, I worked for the other company. Prior to living in France, I lived in Africa. It just means before, in the past, and that's all. All right, go ahead.
Okay, thank you.
This is to inform you that, example,
Okay.
the purpose of this message is to update you on the recruitment process. This is to inform you that your application has been approved.
Okay, pause there. So
Yes.
again, we're just giving a context. That means we're letting the person know what we're talking about, right? The purpose of this message is whatever. It's a way of letting the reader understand why you're writing to him if this is the first conversation on this topic. And these are just examples of many things you can say. I'm writing to discuss this. The purpose of my message is this. I'm writing in regard to that or with reference to that. Just giving some information to put your conversation in context. So now we both know what we're talking about. That's all. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Both are clear and polite. 3. Requesting action. Politely. Sometimes you need someone to do something. Instead of being too direct, you can say, "We kindly request that you," or "at your earliest convenience, please." Example.
Okay. Good. Stop there, Pun. Now,
Yeah.
as we've said before, and it might be similar in your own language. When we want to be polite, then we're going to be indirect. Being direct can sound a little bit impolite, right? Send me those papers now. That's a little bit impolite. So he's just giving you examples in English of a way to say this more nicely, right? So, you could say something like this, could you send me those papers at your earliest convenience? That's polite. Or something like this, whenever you have a moment, or whenever you have some time, could you possibly send me those papers? Or something like this, if you could send me those papers soon, I would appreciate it, right? Just any way that you can find to be indirect is nicer than being too direct. So you don't want to say impolite things like, send those papers now. I need those papers right now. Unless you're the boss and you're angry about something. But when you're talking to somebody in another company, whatever it might be, usually politeness is what you want to convey and what you want to get from the other person. So your general rule there, say it indirectly. Don't be too strong or harsh. Put it politely. Would you mind if you could possibly, if it wouldn't be too much trouble, or as Godwin says, kindly send me these papers whenever you have a moment, right? We're trying to convey as much politeness and respect to the other person as possible, okay? Now, this changes a little bit if you know somebody well. If this is a person you do business with regularly, you have a relationship, you're friendly with each other, then your conversation will probably be less formal. And you can maybe speak more directly. Hey, Bob, send me those papers last week. Well, yeah, I'm going to hurry over here. I don't have time to wait. If you know Bob, that's okay. But if it's a new person that you don't know, then you want to be extremely polite and indirect. Okay, go ahead, Bob.
Thank you.
We kindly request that you complete the form by Friday. At your earliest convenience, please confirm your availability for the workshop. These phrases sound formal but polite. 4.
Yes.
Giving
That's all fine there. Those are other examples you can use. Let's go on to the next section.
Yes.
reminders. If you need to remind someone of something, you can use "This is a gentle reminder that," or "Just to remind you." Example.
Can I
Go
continue?
ahead. Yeah. Give us a little more of an example.
Gentle reminder that the report is due tomorrow. Just to remind you, the conference starts at 9 a.m. sharp. This avoids sounding aggressive while staying professional.
Okay, pause
Fine.
there. All right. So again, a polite way of letting somebody know something. This is a gentle reminder. This means a polite reminder, not a harsh or strong reminder that we have a meeting today at 2. Or this is to remind you of our meeting today at 2. Please don't forget our meeting today at 2. The general rule, again, for all this is be indirect and polite. Don't be too direct, because if you're too direct, then it's impolite, especially when it's someone that you don't know well. All right, go to the next one. Go.
Great.
Highlighting attachments or details. If you are giving extra information, you can write "Please see below" for, or
Mhm.
"as outlined in the document."
Okay. All right. You
Example,
might say,
Please.
please, he's going to give examples in a minute. So when you tell somebody, please see below, that means there's something that you've written. There also could be an attachment, right? You could say, attached is my resume, something like that. Please see my resume attached below, something like that. This directs the person to the extra information that you have sent. Or you might say, maybe, please see the link below. Lots of times today we send links to other sites. Please see the link below for more information on this subject, something like that. Let's hear his examples. He's going to give us some examples.
Hello.
Hi.
Can we say please attached to find below?
Please, you could
Attached.
say, please find attached below. That's better word order. Please find the document attached below, or please find attached below my resume, something like that. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
The updated budget figures. As outlined in the document, the next steps will require your approval. These phrases help structure your writing. 6. Offering support or help. When you want to show availability, you can use "I remain at your disposal for," or
Pause.
"We
pause,
are here."
pause. So that is extremely formal and very old-fashioned. I wouldn't say that, actually. That's like too formal and too polite and too fancy. So I would
Okay.
not say that. I would say something like this, please contact me with any questions that you have, or I am available to help you or answer questions anytime. There's no reason to get overly formal, especially in American English today. If you sound too formal, it's just going to seem strange to people. Go ahead with the other examples going.
Yeah, please. Before that, can somebody say I am available on request?
Available and what?
On request. On request. Available.
Oh, yeah. You can say something like this. Okay, let's say maybe you're applying for a job or something.
Yeah.
You send in your resume, and you can say something like this. Maybe this person wants references, maybe. References are available upon request. That means if you want them, ask me for them. Now, would you say I am available on request? Probably not in most situations. That means you're going to come to his office or you're going to come to see him in person. But you could specify. You could say, I'm available to talk to you upon request, or let me know if you want to talk again, or I'm here to help you anytime. I'm available to you from 1 to 2 every Wednesday and Thursday, something like that. Give a little more detail rather than just saying I'm available. Okay?
Great.
Other questions? All right, go ahead. Go.
Yeah.
To assist you with. Example, I remain at your disposal for any further clarification. We are here to assist you with onboarding to the new system.
All right, so the first thing you said that's just way overly formal. I would never say that. I will help you with onboard, or I'm available to help you with onboarding. Yes, that's fine. That's direct and simple. But this ability, I remain at your disposal, is too overly formal to use. I wouldn't use it. Go ahead.
Okay.
Questions?
These expressions are especially useful in client communication. 7. Ending on a positive note. Instead of always ending with best regards, you can also use, we look forward to hearing from you, or we look forward to working together. Example, we look forward to hearing from you regarding the proposal. We look forward to working together on this exciting project.
Okay, so at the end of your message, you're looking ahead to whatever this business matter is that you're involved in with this person. And you might say something like, I look forward to meeting you in person next week. I look forward to speaking to you again soon. I look forward to discussing this further. In other words, it just tells the person you're looking ahead, you're going to talk again. And when you say, I look forward to it, when you look forward to something, that's a phrasal verb, right? It means to anticipate something in a positive way, right? When we look forward to something, we anticipate positively. Something good is in the future. The opposite is maybe dread. I dread our next meeting, but you don't want to say that. You might be thinking this. I hate this guy. I don't want to talk to him again. I dread our next meeting. But still, you're going to say, I look forward to meeting with you next week, sir. I hope we'll talk again soon, right? Because you're trying to be positive and polite. So to say you're looking forward just means that you anticipate in a positive way, as Godwin says, look forward to meeting you, look forward to seeing you, look forward to talking to you, etc. Okay, questions? All right, go ahead.
Chers amis, soyez à l'aise, posez des
What is
questions.
it?
Si vous ne comprenez pas quelque chose, posez des questions.
Yes, hello.
I just wanted to tell them that, well, they are free to be asking questions when they don't
Ask
understand.
any question you have, students. Your
Okay.
English doesn't have to be
Wow.
perfect.
My question is it we look forward? Can we use we look or I look forward, or we use the I am looking forward, we are looking forward?
Good question. Good question. I think in general, in a message, like this, you would use the simple present. I look forward to seeing you again, or we look forward to seeing you again. I am looking forward is not wrong, but it's more words than you need. And there's really no need for the present continuous here. So I would just keep it in the simple present. I look forward to. In this particular case, there are many instances where you might use the present continuous. I am doing something. But for this particular kind of case, I would say keep it in simple present. I look forward to this, or we look forward to that. Here's a reason. Here's one reason. It's very possible that when you tell the person what you look forward to, let's say, for example, I look forward to seeing you soon. Okay. Now, if you put your verb in the present continuous, then you would say, I am looking forward to seeing you soon. Now you have too many INGs too close together in your sentence. Looking forward to seeing is too many words ending in ing. So this is a present participle, I am looking. And this is a gerund, seeing. But too many words that are similar like this in structure or spelling sounds funny. So get rid of the looking and just say, yes, I look forward to seeing you soon, not I look forward to seeing you soon, because that's too many words that sound similar. That's really why. Okay. Other questions? All right, go ahead, Colin.
Yeah.
Always connect your ideas logically with linking expressions. Use polite tone when asking for actions or giving reminders. End positively to maintain good professional relationships. Remember, professional English writing is not about big words. It is about clear structure, polite tone, and respect. Thank you for listening, and see you in the next session.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's talking here about transitions between ideas or paragraphs in your message. This helps to keep your reader aware of what you're talking about. So let's say, for example, how about this? So I'm writing to somebody and I say, regarding our conversation last week about elephants, I have some new information. All right, something like this. So this is a guy you were talking to about elephants. Who knows why? Regarding our conversation last week about the elephants, I have some new information. Then I write after that, this information could be important to you. All right. Now, here I have repeated the word information. This creates a link, a transition from this sentence to this sentence that keeps the reader focused on the information that you want to talk about. So whenever you can build in a link like that, that leads the reader from one sentence to the next, or one paragraph to the next, maybe by repeating a word from the last sentence, this helps him to follow the conversation, to remember what we're talking about, to understand what you're trying to say. All right. So these transitions are helpful in all kinds of writing. You use this in all kinds of writing. Right? Other questions now? We should be hearing questions now from people. We got plenty of time for questions. Let's ask some questions.
All right.
Yeah. Mr. Kwame.
Okay, information is uncountable. That's why
Good.
no matter what, it is this information and not these informations.
Exactly. So
Isn't
it's
it?
non-countable. So there is no S
Yes, at
All
the
right.
ever
end.
on the end. You will never
right.
say informations. You will always say information. It's always singular because it's a non-countable noun.
Okay.
And it will be singular. The information is interesting. This
That's
information is not interesting. Can you send me more information? Do you have some information? Always singular.
okay.
Other questions? Come on now. Only Coleman is asking questions. Let's have some questions. If you don't know for sure how to answer, ask in English. You can let God would help you, but try to use your English if you can.
No, hello.
Anybody?
Ask your questions, please. Ask
Okay.
questions or try to say something at least. Just
Tell me, you have another
participate.
one?
Yes. Now, regarding the presentation, I would say, are we going to learn it so that in our writings we will put it that way, or is it we are going to be using it in regular conversation so that we will be familiar with it?
So do you mean, will we use these same expressions in spoken English? Is that what you mean?
Yes,
Yeah, that's
yes.
what he meant.
Well, yes, some cases and some of them, sure. When you're speaking, you're probably likely to be a little shorter and less formal. A lot of these phrases that we're learning now are largely for writing email messages. Let's go
Okay.
back to let's go back up to the top of the chat thing and let's see what we looked at. So when we're talking about, let's look at this. So we started out talking about phrases like in regard to, or with reference to, or something like that. We probably will not say this in spoken conversation. It's too formal.
Okay.
In
Okay.
spoken conversation, I'm going to say something like this. Hey, Coleman, do you
Wow, the network.
interesting? I would keep it short and formal. If I
Come
said
again.
to you,
Come again.
if,
Come again. The network. Yeah, come again. The network. I didn't hear. The network
if
has.
I said to you in spoken English,
Yeah.
hey, Comey, in regard to our conversation yesterday about the weather, that's too formal for spoken English. So
All
this
right.
stuff we're reading now is more formal and it's more for written business English, I would say. Let's go to some of the other ones. Let's go to some. So with reference to, you would probably never say that in spoken conversation. Let's see about this. The purpose of this conversation? No, you wouldn't do that. If you and I are having a conversation, we are probably not going to say, the purpose of this conversation is. Now,
Okay.
if you're having a meeting, then it could be different. Because a meeting is a more formal situation. Now you're not writing, but you're speaking to a group of people at a conference table or whatever. Now you can be more formal. You might say, folks, ladies and gentlemen, the reason we brought you here today is, or the purpose of our meeting today is to inform you of this or that, or in regard to our meeting last week, yes, you could use some of those formal expressions in a meeting if you're running the meeting. But in a spoken conversation, one-on-one between me and you, probably not. It would be too formal. Let's see what else we got here. What else do we have? Reference to our last conversation, purpose. Okay. Other questions? Oh, here's another example. Okay, we're saying in your written message, you might say, I am available to help you. I am available to answer questions. That's very formal. In spoken conversation, we probably say, call me anytime. Call me if you have a question. Just let me know. I'm happy to help you. Right? Simpler, quicker, and less formal.
All right.
Something like that phrase, upon request. References are available upon request. We would not say that in spoken English. We say, I can get you these if you want them. Do you want references? I'll send them to you. That's more spoken English. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Anybody else? Other questions?
Not only Mr. Kwame, others can also say something, please, guys.
Come on now.
Odovi, Topiale, Bernard, you are all there to participate, please. Feel free, participate, okay?
We might have to start paying for
question?
questions.
No comment?
We're paying $1 a question. Ask a question, earn $1.
Okay. If there's nobody, then
Go ahead.
Billy, can we try a conversation now so that I
Yeah,
can
sure.
see
Yeah.
how?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. What do we want to talk about?
What I the day today's work, the way what I did at work and how my day went.
Okay. Okay. All right. So I might ask you, hey, Kami, how was your day today? What did you do at work?
Okay, thank you. Oh, today in the morning when I woke up, I quickly rushed to the bathroom and took my bath. Then I take some breakfast and um, went to work. And at work, we have a meeting with the boss. We spoke about how the day will go, the plan of the day. And after that, I went to my department to start working on with my laptop. I have to work on the budget for tomorrow's activity. And after that, I sent the report. I sent the budget to my boss for review, and he granted the access so that we can implement it. So
All right.
that's what
All right.
I.
So let me pause you right there. So
Okay.
what you're telling me is pretty good. I can understand everything you're telling me. I know what you're telling me. There are a few minor errors you could fix a little bit. One thing I noticed you're doing is you're using the present tense most of the time. And
Okay.
sometimes you want to use the past tense. So
Okay.
if this is something that happened yesterday, then it's all going to be in the past tense. So, that's common when you're learning a language. You usually learn the present tense first, and you use it for everything. As you learn more, you'll learn your present tenses. Now, most of the time in English, when we want to make the past tense, we simply add either a D or an ED most of the time. I walk, I walked. I talk, I talked. But those are for regular verbs. You also have a lot of irregular verbs who form their past differently. For example, go and went, right? Something like that. The present and the past is not normal. So it's important to learn all your irregular past. Look up in your grammar book or online a list of irregular verbs. And these are verbs who have different endings. So it's important to know those so you don't make mistakes. And then use your past tense when you're talking about the past. Now, in general, what you just told me has a whole lot of detail. And if I ask you, tell me about your day in detail, and you might tell me you got up, took a shower, ate breakfast. But in a general conversation, people really don't want all that much detail. So you would say, well, I got up and went to work, talked to my boss about this and that. We had a meeting about that. Then I went to lunch. After lunch, I came back, had another meeting. I did some work with the desk till 5, had some coffee, and then I went home. So in a spoken conversation, it's going to be shorter with less detail. There's nothing wrong with your detail, but most of the time, people. Another thing to understand about what I don't know, much about people in African culture, but in American culture today, especially, everybody's in a hurry. Everybody's busy. Everybody is moving fast. So people don't have a lot of time for small talk. Usually it's let's get it done, get it done, get it done, get it done fast. So it's usually going to be shorter in person. I think we have another question here. Is it Kojovi?
Yeah, thank you, Mr. Bill.
Yes.
Please, I didn't follow you like I want because my level is very low. It's because
Okay.
I didn't understand your teaching because I like it.
Do you
But
have a question?
step by step, I will come at the top and make my effort to do it. Thank you.
All right. If you have a question, you can ask. It doesn't
Any
matter
question
if
for
you
any question tonight?
okay.
He's
He
saying
does have a
that your
question.
English, Billy, he's saying that your English is a little hard to understand. That's how he
Well,
said.
I may be speaking too quickly, and I apologize for that. I will try to go more slowly for you.
Yeah, that's it. If there is any possibility.
Others.
Yeah, guys, what are you?
Bernard, Epiali, I'm gonna call on your names, guys, because I know you. So Pascaline is here. So you guys need to talk with Bill. You need to talk because I heard you before. You can speak. So go ahead, use this time.
Pascaline, what are you?
There it is. Any questions? Any about anything?
All of you, feel free. Mr. Hubert, Kokovi is there.
Here we go. Hubert. Okay, am I getting a question from
Do
Mrs.
you want to
Hubert?
talk again? You raise your hand.
No. Okay.
Who wants to talk?
It can be any English question, Sidney. It doesn't have to be about today's lesson. You can ask
Pascaline,
any.
what are you?
Pascaline, where are you?
Adida wants you to talk.
We want to hear you, Pascaline.
Here we go, Bernard.
Adida wants you to talk.
Good afternoon, Mr. Hamilton.
Yeah, good evening.
Very
Bernard,
good evening. Yes,
Yeah,
how are you?
I have a question.
yes.
Last week I will learn the pronunciation for candidates, but with the phonetic I don't follow. What can I explain this? The phonetic of candidate.
So we asked you a question about pronunciation, is that right?
Yes, the pronunciation.
Of a certain word?
Word.
What is the word? Can you write it for us?
No, the pronunciation of the word candidate. Is that
confident?
Candidate.
Candidate.
Candidate. Okay. All right. Accent is on the first syllable.
It's
Candidate.
It's candidate or candidate?
Candidate.
Candidate. Okay.
Emphasis on the first syllable. Here, I'll put that part in caps. Here, hold on a minute. One second. Okay. Like that. Candidate.
Okay. Thank you. Candidate.
A big secret in English to pronunciation is knowing which syllable gets the accent or the stress. If you know that, that makes it easier. If you say candidate, people will understand you. But if you put the accent in the wrong place, for example, like this, if you do this, and you say candidate, nobody will understand you.
Yeah.
If you put the accent on the last syllable,
yes,
and you say candidate, nobody will understand it. But if you put the accent in the right place and you say candidate, then people will understand it. because we listen for the accent, for the stress on one syllable.
Okay. Thank you, Mr.
My
Ananta.
pleasure. Anytime. Other questions?
Yeah, Mr. Billy.
Yes.
I would like to ask you kindly to share with us the way you try when you were like us, like were teenager or you were growing up. How do you manage to learn English to be conversant with the language?
Well, it's because it's my native language. So if you grew up with French, it's
Yeah.
the same way for you in French. So learning English as a native speaker, or any language as a native speaker, is different from learning as a second language speaker, because a human being has a natural tendency to learn language. So whatever he hears around him, you hear your parents talking, you hear other people talking, you absorb all of that, and then you begin to produce it. And if you are somebody who grows up in a bilingual household or in two different countries, you might learn two languages that way. But usually, you learn your first language as your native language, then you have to work to learn another language. The first language comes to you naturally because everybody around you is speaking it. So I learned a lot about English that a lot of English speakers don't know, because that was my subject. That's what I studied and what I taught. But, I picked up English as a kid just the same way you learn French. I just learned it as a little kid. And then I've, over the years in studying it, I've learned more. I'm sorry?
Tu comprends ce qu'on dit là?
Yes, yes,
Lui, il
yes.
est né avec la langue, la façon de parler, son anglais va forcément être un peu, voilà. Maintenant, le problème et ce que nous souhaitons, c'est que vous saisissiez l'occasion là, vous avez la possibilité de les imiter. D'imiter par exemple quelqu'un qui est né avec la langue anglaise. Il faut essayer de l'imiter de temps en temps pour voir si ce qu'il dit, répéter, pour voir si ce qu'il dit, vous aussi raisonner comme cela. Okay? So, he is a native speaker. His way of speaking the language might be a little different. But anyway, feel free imitating them. Okay?
All right.
Yeah, that's it.
Other questions?
Okay. How can storybooks help us to
Improve upon your language.
yeah.
Well, any reading or listening to English is going to improve your English, whatever it is. If you listen to the radio, if you listen to music, even English language music, if you watch TV, if you read the newspaper or you read books, then you get not only the language in your ear, but also in front of you on the page. You see the language and you hear the language, and this is how you learn the combinations of words, how people actually say things, right? So I would encourage you to read books, simple books like children's books to begin with, maybe, and to listen to television, movies, again, maybe children's movies, because the language will be simpler and slower and easier to start with, right? So go to the lowest level of English, a children's movie or a children's book. It'll have small vocabulary, easy to read, and then you can go on from there and build your skill. Here, we're talking in a way that may be difficult if you're a beginner because you don't have a big vocabulary. So we try to keep it simple, but by reading, you will increase your vocabulary. You'll learn more words by reading and listening. So the more exposure to English, the better. The less you speak and listen to French, the more you will learn English. If you can get yourself into situations where you have to use your English, where you don't have a choice. That's when you will start to learn.
All right.
Yeah, allow me to say some one or two things
I want
in
to add
French for
something.
them.
I want to add something from experience.
Yeah.
Guys in the room, I am like you. I am francophone, and I came to the US. I don't know many words in English, okay? And I pronounce many words wrongly when I speak, okay? But that's not a big deal. It's not a problem, because my work, I communicate everything that I want to do in it in English. No problem. I can communicate my ideas to people in every situation in English. No problem. So for us in this program, we're not going to teach you everything in your life in English. We're going to teach you how to communicate in your work and in your school to do better in your career using English. So we will not teach you your life skills, daily life situations, like names of spices, names of food, names of items in the house, all that. No, we want to teach you how to write great emails, how to public speaking. By the way, somebody asked if we're going to do presentations. Yes, we're going to do presentations. That will come in the coming sessions. But now we're going one step at a time. Today is about business emails or professional emails. Another day, it's going to be something else related to work. Okay, but it's always related to work. Okay, so let me say it in French. So, notre objectif de ce programme, ce n'est pas d'apprendre l'anglais du quotidien. Moi, je ne connais pas l'anglais du quotidien à 100%, même si j'ai vécu ici presque 30 ans. OK? Donc, ce que nous vous apprenons ici, c'est un anglais correct pour le professionnel, pour l'université et pour les carrières. Donc, on va faire de notre mieux que vous allez avoir une communication adéquate dans les situations professionnelles qui vous permet de réussir. OK?
Yeah.
Très bien, merci.
I have another question.
Okay.
Okay, how come when I'm with myself, I can speak, I can think, I can be like fluent with myself, but when I'm talking to someone or somebody, it's like I lose words. I don't know. But if I'm with myself, I can do more. How to solve
You're
that problem?
nervous.
Yeah.
It's just because you're nervous. You're worried about making a mistake, perhaps, when you talk to other people.
Yeah.
But when you're not talking to other people, you don't worry. So that's all very normal. It's like anything else in life. The more you do it, the more comfortable you will get. Right. So again, what I would say is, wherever you live, try to find situations where nobody speaks French. Go someplace where nobody speaks French. If you have French-speaking friends, don't talk to them. Find somebody who doesn't speak your language and talk to that person, right? Go someplace for coffee or a drink with American people or other English speakers, and you'll get used to it. You'll get accustomed to it. It will start to feel normal to you. You know, I lived in a few different other countries. I lived, for example, in Venezuela. I taught English in Venezuela, where they speak Spanish. And, you know, I tried to learn some Spanish before I went, and I was self-conscious. My Spanish was not good. But in a place like Venezuela, their education system is not so good. And there are not a lot of people who speak English. So I learned that in Venezuela, if I wanted to eat dinner, I had to be able to ask for dinner in English, or excuse me, in Spanish, because otherwise I wasn't going to get it. If I asked in English, I wasn't going to get anything. So I was forced to use my Spanish, and thus I began to get comfortable using Spanish. So it's really a matter of trying to put yourself in a position where you don't have the option of French or translation. You have no option. You have to try to think of one word you can say that people will understand, and then you get started, right? So your best approach is to pretend you can't speak any French, that you don't know any French. You have only English and you got to use it.
Okay. Thank you. All right.
Other questions? Now, come on, people. We got a few minutes.
D'autres soucis, d'autres inquiétudes?
Anybody?
Pascaline n'est pas là, elle est partie. Elle est là, non?
Kajobi?
Yeah, thank you. Please, I want to make a doléance that if you can have a pronunciation section, especially for pronunciation sections.
If we can have what? I'm sorry?
You can have a session for pronunciation.
I'm just not hearing what kind of session.
Pronunciation. He said pronunciation.
Okay, so
Javi, you can list a few words that you are interested to, like, master the pronunciation, and we can do that as a session. Because
can you write?
Words.
You can type them if you want, or you can try telling me, whichever one you want. You can put them in the chat box.
Yeah, I asked to know if you can have a session for pronunciation.
Yes, I can do that.
Yeah, okay.
But when you're trying to improve your pronunciation, what you're trying to do is reteach your mouth. Your mouth is designed to speak French. That's what you're trained for. So you have to educate your mouth. And this means working with all the different sounds in English, different words, using practice sentences. There's a lot you can do to improve pronunciation. If we do it here, we probably have to focus on certain words or certain sounds because it's a big job and takes time to learn all of it. Are there some words in particular that you want to know how to say correctly?
Okay.
Javi, Bill, il a demandé si tu as des mots précis que tu souhaites maîtriser en prononciation. Et dans ce cas, ce qu'on va demander, c'est que tu les mets dans un fichier et on va faire une session spéciale pour ces mots. OK? Une liste que tu peux mettre sur le WhatsApp groupe. Et on va réserver une session pour la prononciation de ces mots dans ta liste. OK?
OK. Mais j'ai pas une liste ou bien je parle de manière générale. Peut-être il y a une manière ou bien une technique qui peut nous aider à prononcer le mot comme il est en train de le prononcer dans son cours.
OK. Maintenant, it's the end of the hour, so il reste pas beaucoup de temps pour dire. Peut-être que Bill va partir et moi je continue la discussion avec vous, mais there is no rule for pronunciation. Every word has its own rule, okay? So Bill can talk more about that. Bill, what he's asking you, he says, are there any general rules about pronunciation? Yes, there are, but there are a lot of irregular words and irregular things. So, yeah, but I will let Bill speak about that because he's the linguistic person.
Well, pronunciation is a big thing because we have many letters in the alphabet. In English, different letters can be pronounced differently sometimes. So pronunciation is something that we have to work on specifically. Now, maybe Khadija could get us some sort of audio for next week that focuses a little bit on pronunciation of certain sounds and words, and we can talk about that. Only a small amount per lesson, though. It's a very big subject. Or, Kadovi, if you have certain words, if he could write down some words that he has questions about, then we could practice them next time.
Okay.
Also, Kojavi, les cours que vous avez en ligne ont des cours sur la prononciation spécifiquement. Donc, lorsqu'on ouvre la plateforme, vous allez trouver ça.
D'accord.
OK?
D'accord.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Maupemo wants to talk. Maupemo, you have the floor.
Okay. Go ahead.
No, Godwin, I think we are done. I mean, Bill is done for sure. It's the end of the hour.
Okay.
So as we say, like it's the end of the hour. That's it. I can stay with the students a few minutes more. Godwin,
Okay.
stay with me just to, but Bill has to leave right now. Thank you very much, Bill. We'll see
All
you
right.
next
We'll
week.
see you all see you next week. Bye, everybody.
Thank you
Oh,
very
bye-bye.
much. See you.
Bye.
You're welcome.
Bye,
You're welcome. We'll see you
bye,
next
bye.
week.
See you. See
Bye.
you.
Bye bye. We'll see.
Bye, bye, bye. Yeah. Now, Mr. Maupemo can now ask his question.
Ok, moi je suis en train de conduire, donc pardonnez-moi. C'est pour cela que on insiste que vous parliez durant l'heure, parce que c'est strict. C'est 60 minutes qu'on a comme engagement avec le professeur. On ne peut pas aller au-delà. Donc, soit que vous avez vos questions préparées et vous les posez, même vous pouvez apporter vos questions avec vous. C'est pas nécessaire que vous improvisiez. Vous pouvez être préparé et vous demandez vos questions parce qu'ils sont préparés à l'avance. OK? Comme ça, on pose les questions durant les 60 minutes. Lorsque c'est la fin de l'heure, ce qu'il reste, c'est que si je suis là, parce qu'il y a des séances où je suis là et des séances où je ne serai pas là, Godwin va être là. À ce moment-là, vous pouvez nous dire quelque chose autour de l'enseignement, autour des réactions, des choses qu'on peut tenir en compte pour les sessions qui vont venir. C'est comme ça qu'on va opérer. OK? Maintenant, je vais switch. J'ai promis hier qu'on va faire l'intégration à la plateforme aujourd'hui. Malheureusement, on ne peut pas le faire aujourd'hui parce que l'équipe d'ISPRO est très occupée aujourd'hui. L'équipe d'ISPRO, c'est des professeurs qui enseignent la technologie et aujourd'hui, il paraît, ils ont quelque chose. Donc, ils n'ont pas eu le temps de vous inviter à la plateforme pour que moi, je puisse vous inviter au programme. Il y a deux étapes. C'est pas long, c'est très court, mais aujourd'hui, ils ne sont pas disponibles. Je ne pense pas que Kokovi, est-ce que tu es là? Mais Alphonse, il n'est pas là et il est occupé, à ce qu'il paraît. Il m'a laissé un message, mais il n'est pas disponible aujourd'hui. Ce qu'on va faire, c'est que je vais prendre le formulaire, je vais le coller.
Oui, Khadija, vous êtes là? Khadija, je pense que votre réseau a un souci.
Et, Godwin?
Oui, vous nous écoutez? Entre-temps, c'est coupé.
Oh, il s'est coupé. Désolé. Peut-être switch parce que je suis arrivée à la maison. Donc, le 5G et je crois il a transitionné à le Wi-Fi. Non, je crois que c'est ça. Donc, moi, ce que je suis en train d'expliquer, c'est qu'on va essayer de notre mieux entre moi et l'équipe d'ISPRO d'intégrer les participants entre aujourd'hui et le lundi. OK? Donc, je vais repartager le lien pour les personnes qui n'ont pas mis leur nom. Je ne crois pas qu'il y en a pas beaucoup parce que la plupart d'entre vous, c'est les personnes qui sont venues hier. Donc, je suppose que vous avez mis votre nom déjà sur la liste. Donc, ce qui nous reste, c'est de vous inviter et que vous receviez l'email avec l'invitation. Et après, on va vous envoyer un lien. Vous cliquez sur le lien et nous, on va vous accepter pour le programme. Et on va vous inviter à un groupe, c'est tout. Trois choses à faire. C'est pas trop long. OK? Donc, merci d'être patient avec nous. Et j'espère bien que d'ici aujourd'hui au lundi, on va finir ce travail. Même si ça demande que vous discutiez avec moi one-to-one, on WhatsApp, you can do that. You can say, Khadija, can you please help me with this? And then I'm going to help you, okay? One to one. Jusqu'à ce qu'on finisse ce travail, une fois que vous êtes dans la plateforme, dans le programme et dans le groupe, mon travail est fini. OK?
Ouais. Merci.
C'est bon? C'est bon?
Oui.
Donc, les gars, on va insister encore, chaque semaine, on va insister que vous discutiez. Si vous avez besoin de pratiquer avant la séance pour que vous veniez et vous parlez, vous faites ça. Et après, on va ouvrir la communication avec Kim. Vous pouvez le faire aussi en audio. Pas en live, mais en audio, vous pouvez le faire autant que vous voulez. OK? Vous pouvez aussi demander pour la prononciation. Vous pouvez dire les choses, les écrire et dites à Kim comment vous allez prononcer ces choses que j'ai dit. Et donc, elle va vous répondre. Elle va être très contente de vous répondre pour la prononciation. Kim, c'est une voice-over. Donc, son travail, c'est l'articulation. C'est la prononciation des mots.
OK.
Merci beaucoup. Je vous souhaite un bon reste de la semaine et un bon week-end.
Bon week-end à
Merci.
toi aussi, Khadija, hein?
Godwin,
Oui.
tu m'as dit
Oui,
quelque chose?
je disais merci. Je disais merci. Je pense que l'aspect qui est intéressant, c'est que vous êtes ouverte pour des discussions personnalisées. Donc, que nos chers participants soient à l'aise et qu'ils discutent avec toi sur tout ce qui les concerne, tout ce
Juste
qui
pour
pourrait faire
l'intégration. Godwin,
Oui.
comme tu sais, je suis fondatrice d'une plateforme. Je veux bien discuter avec les étudiants autant qu'ils veulent, mais malheureusement, pas beaucoup de temps. Ce que je
le sais, je le sais.
suis volontaire. Il y a pour l'intégration. Je vais les aider pour jusqu'à ce qu'ils finissent l'intégration aussi simplement que je suis là. Je suis là pour ce travail.
Très bien. C'est ce que je suis en train de dire.
OK, parce que j'ai pas voulu qu'ils comprennent qu'ils peuvent me texter à n'importe quel moment.
OK, là je vois. Merci.
Ça va être difficile. Mais on and off, guys, yes, we can talk. On and off. Also, Kim can talk on and off. Donc, entre moi, Kim, Godwin, Bill, Brian, c'est beaucoup de ressources. Vous avez beaucoup de ressources.
D'accord. Merci pour la précision.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
Khadija, Pascaline said that she doesn't have anything to tell you today.
What did she say?
Pascaline said she wrote that she didn't have anything to tell you today.
Oh, I'm sorry. Next time.
Okay. Thank you. See you. Hein?
Thank you. Merci beaucoup, tout le monde. Merci. Au revoir.
Ok, au revoir. Mr. Godwin, thank you. Thank you for
welcome, sir. Welcome. Thank you. Yeah. Miss Chope. Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bonsoir. Super. Tout le monde est parti.